So Hound Taylor, with a name like that, could you guess what kind of music he is responsible for? Yes, blues, of course. He started playing in the 1930s. He went pro around 1957, and his career was mostly to do with playing live in the Chicago area. He was a Chicago blues guitarist. He in 1971 got the chance to record an album, and so he started on a recording career. He had one more before he died in 1975, and there was a live album recorded in 1974, which was released in 1976. So this was Hound Dog Taylor's first album. A guy called Bruce Iglauer, I'll probably pronouncing that wrong, set up a record label called Alligator, especially to record and release this album. So you might think it was something special. And I guess that depends on your point of view. So let's do some description. It's Chicago blues, which is what a lot of people think of when they hear the word blues. It's very stripped back. There's just two guitars and drums. So they somewhat take it in turns to do soloing. I get the impression that Hound Dog himself probably does the lion's share of the soloing, and the other guy with the guitar kind of plays. They're both electric guitars. Plays kind of a mix between rhythm and bass. And he uses the lower strings on the guitar to play bass lines, which is it gives it a kind of intimate feel, I guess, but certainly a stripped back feel. The album's been praised generally for its raw sound, and I think in some ways, in fact in lots of ways, that is the thing that is my biggest criticism of it, actually. It sounds like maybe it was recorded earlier than it actually was. I was quite surprised when I saw it. It was 1971. Some of the problems are that it's out of tune. Apparently they're quite cheap guitars that are being used. I don't know if that's what's coming through. I'm not that bothered by the playing. Maybe I'm too used to some of the virtuoso kind of blues players like Gary Moore and even Eric Clapton. But I found that I didn't think the playing was that inspired. The singing was okay, but it's not great. So it does have this kind of raw edge to it. I think it sounds pretty genuine. So if this is what you like in your blues, then you might really like this album. I just found that the lack of polish was detracting for me. The other thing really, though, is that so good blues for me has got this kind of oomph to it that makes me go, oh, yeah, I really enjoy that. And it's kind of lacking in this album. So I guess because it's obviously fairly well thought of, that there are things that people are hearing in here that I don't hear. And I'm guessing that this means that I like some blues more than others. I guess everybody's like that. But it's still blues, and blues is kind of where I live, or one of my go-to genres. I particularly like the track that's near the end of the album called Give Me Back My Wig. I think that's a great title for a track, and the track itself's reasonably good fun. So overall, kind of, it's all right, but I wished it had been better recorded.